news.
All right, to debate the issue, we are joined by two previous guests. We have Audrey Silk in the red shirt. Audrey Silk, a former smoker, longtime smoker.
I think she is a current smoker.
She still puffs away?
Yeah, she won't tell me how much she smokes, though.
All right, well, hold on. Lay off Audrey for the moment. She is the founder of NYC C.L.A.S.H, Citizens Lobbying Against Smoker Harassment. And we also have on the right Deirdre Selly. She is the acting director of Coalition for a Smoke-Free City. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
So what do we think of the ban?
It's ridiculous. You know, we've gone so far that
what's the big deal? You can still buy a pack of cigarettes, but they'll be out of sight.
The problem is they want to say that this is not normal, that seeing tobacco is not normal, and the use of it is not normal. I'm sorry, I'm so sick of hearing that. It is normal. It's legal, has been for centuries normal. What's abnormal is this infringement, this severance of our civil liberties in order to influence our behavior. I mean, I think the anti-smokers do a better job of putting cigarettes in front of children with their bombardment of lessons about smoking.
Hold that thought, Deirdre. Actually, Audrey, I'd like to get Deirdre's take on this, please.
Right. So one thing we have to remember is that tobacco is the #1 cause of preventable death in the United States. Over 400,000 Americans die each year, and 25,000 in New York alone. So the NYC Coalition actually applauds the mayor and the and the New York City Council for bringing these proposed bold legislations.
Any evidence that not seeing the cigarettes in a convenience store will make somebody less likely to buy?
Well, we've seen that this has happened in Canada. It's not something new in other countries around the world. This has been done. It will be the first of its kind in the United States, so that's why it's so historic. You know, studies show that the more kids see, the more likely they are to smoke.
Audrey, do you know that the marijuana use rate for high school students is 17.7% in 2011, CDC's figures? Do you see marijuana on the shelves? It doesn't, and besides the fact, and I am holding a cigarette.
Is that lit?
It's a chemical, what, is that a plastic cigarette?
It's electric. Look at you,
it is
so
a fake
defiant.
cigarette.
Yes.
Defiant.
It looks, that's like they smoking Mad Men.
I could put that cigarette
All right, so what's the
there.
point of that?
The point of that is that cigarette is an inanimate object. I could say yes or no to that cigarette. Nobody is physically shoving in my lips, but these laws are being shoved down my throat. I cannot say no to them.
Audrey, here's the thing. A lot of folks point out that when you smoke a cigarette, other people can smell it. Other people can be harmed by secondhand smoke. Also, if you smoke a cigarette and it starts to kill you, other people ultimately will have to pay, potentially, for your health care.
Okay, first of all, that is a red herring. There are many studies that say that the healthiest among us ultimately cost the most in the end. But is there a price cap on that?
I never heard that before.
Oh, yes, I have at least 5 of them.
The healthiest among us cost more in the end. Why? Because
ultimately,
they live longer?
They live longer, they linger, whatever. But that's not even really the issue. The issue is there a price cap on liberty that if you spend too much money, we rescind your liberty? If there's a problem with health care, let's discuss how we fund health care.
Some of what you say really, I know it does resonate with folks, but I want to make it narrow and talk about displaying the cigarettes behind the cash register. How does that impact? You want your fake cigarette?
Yes.
All right. How does that impact? I just kind of instinctively went to stamp it out. How does that really infringe on your liberty? You can still, as we saw in Joel's piece, you can still buy the cigarette.
No, this is to denormalize smoking, which means denormalize me. How soon until they put us smokers in a ghetto behind walls? Because if you insist on continuing to smoke, well, we can't have people see that. People would have scoffed 10 years ago if you said they'd ban smoking in bars. Don't scoff at what I'm saying now. I mean,
but people like that. People like that. Polls show, you mentioned a couple of polls, people like that. They like that you can't smoke in the bars anymore.
That's not the point. The point is not whether it's effective. The point is not whether people like smoking or not. The point is that the principle of the matter, that civil liberties and the retailers themselves, let's talk about them, have the right to sell a legal product. Do we hide the beer? Do we hide the candy?
But we hide the pornography. We do. When we go into one of those, smoke shops, the pornography is behind a curtain.
Right.
It's
right?
Not, cigarettes
and has that hurt their sales at the Do we know, Deirdre?
I wouldn't know about the pornography.
Okay, well,
But what would you like to say?
So out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
Is there research to back up that it really does help people quit the habit?
Well, you know, the point here is actually just reducing youth smoking. That's the whole point behind these proposals.
And infantilizing the adults under the guise of for the children.
Audrey, you got to give the mayor this one. At least this time he's going through the city council.
Right. No,
he's not trying to do it on his own. He's doing it through the city council. Does he get points for that?
Well, it's a small point for at least trying to follow the rule of law, and I think he's trying to save face with the soda ban right now. But anyway, I have no doubt that federal preemption will preempt Mayor Bloomberg.
We will see. Audrey Silk.
Audrey's going to smoke to that. How many cigarettes do you smoke a day?
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant to the issue. And Deirdre Sully.
Defiance.
Thank you.
So have somebody arrest her right now. We're not allowed to smoke in the building.
It's a fake cigarette. It's okay, right?
I don't know. How do we feel about electronic cigarettes?
It may be a way for tobacco
What the heck is this
companies.
thing exactly?
It's prop.
It's an
It's powder.
No. Give it back to Audrey. All right. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
He wants it.
Thank you.